Hi guys, welcome to another session with me. I hope you guys are enjoying these sessions since I'm really enjoying doing them, and we are going to have more of them in the future. I'm still going to hold like 3 sessions per week, but I'm even thinking during August to run a 5-day session, so to have a session every single day because it doesn't take that much time and I know you guys are enjoying them. Now, if we take a look at the dollar index, definitely nothing much changed. Like, if we zoom in a little bit, what we can see that market made the pullback. Now, is the question like, if this high at 98.92 can hold or not. So what we want to see is like price breaking down, because from here we have only 1, 2, and 3. The price action at the moment look corrective. If we draw a Fibonacci expansion from here to here, and then project it from here, we can see that price found a resistance, or better to say, is currently going for a resistance around the equal X. Definitely the best scenario would be that we see a push down from the current levels, and that's the main plan. But I want to keep a watch at this 1618, so 98.69, and like we said, the high at 98.94. So definitely those two levels are going to be crucial for this week, just because if we move lower, definitely we can expect to see a further push lower towards the new lows, while if we even take this part, so even if you take 1618, there is more than a good chance that we are going to hit this invalidation and hit that final invalidation here. So for me, that's why that 1618 will be that early warning to try to stay aside of the bearish, better to say, from a bearish side on the dollar index, and to change my view more towards the upside. Because if we take a look at this move here, so from here, definitely everything suggests that this can easily become some sort of a head and shoulders. And as we know, head and shoulder formation is what? Head and shoulder formation gives us a sign, or better to say, a clue that market should reverse soon. So that's why we want to look for a potential early signs to know that we are wrong on that idea that dollar index should continue to move lower, just to take that one more drop to call the wave C complete. Similar story we have in Euro USD. Market is following more or less our plan, nothing special. We continue to move lower. We are currently correcting this move from, let's say, 155.80 to 117.87. This move still look corrective, but this third leg is getting a little bit too extended, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a push lower. We can do the same thing as we are trying with the dollar index, just using Fibonacci expansion. You see, market is really close to the 1618. If we take this out, there is a good chance that we are going to take this low at 155.60, and from there go towards this invalidation point. Euro and dollar index are still not that ideal, if you ask me. I prefer, technically speaking, right now more the dollar index view, because it's just the equal X, not 1618. But technically speaking, if this takes out, like Euro takes out, we know that there is more than a good chance that market in the dollar index would also follow, because it's just the inverse thing. Pound dollar continue to move lower. Definitely everything as we want. Here I'm still bearish, looking for more bearish movements. I still believe that here the count and that C leg should be completed, and that we are heading down towards for 1, 2, 3. So at the end of the day, if I need to pick between this, let's say, major euro and the pound, I would more look for a trace in the pound and looking for any pullbacks. So any pullback plays can be a good sign, just because if you're right, we are going to catch the wave 3 early, so why not? If you start counting, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How everything looks since wave 4 entered the territory of the wave 2, we need to go with the idea that this wave 1 should be a leading diagonal. And if that's the case, we need to take into account what? We need to take into account that if wave 1 is a leading diagonal, that the wave 2 is going to be a deeper pullback. So this is the only thing I want you to worry about. So what I mean by a deep pullback, usually you know that we want to take a trade from a 50 to 618, but if you know that the wave 1 is a leading diagonal, like in this case, we want to slightly adjust that to look for at least 618 and ideally 78.6 before market move down. So this is the only thing I want you to worry about. But at the moment, I'm still bearish here. I don't want to change this view at all, at least while we remain below this 137.80, guys. If you look at the Aussie dollar, market is doing what we want. It's still arranging, nothing special, but at least we are making the new higher highs. This move here looked like what? Like a simple 3-leg move. And I believe that here I want to be a buyer. Not something special right now, but we can approach it the same way as we are doing for, let's say, a dollar index and the Euro USD. Use that we know that we are close to the equal legs between A and C. So looking for any sign of a reversal can be a good opportunity for us to take into a long side here. We know that 1618 will invalidate this idea. So if market makes high, new high, go long. If market goes lower, continue to move lower, we're not going to take any position, and that's simple. You can also treat this entire ABC as a simple flag formation. So if you're looking for the early signs that, let's say, this small correction is complete, we can focus on that idea of a breakout and use that as the early sign. From there, focus on the new highs and higher levels. But new high is the only thing that I want you to focus first, just because, especially the Aussie dollar, it's for a long time you're just seeing that new high pullback, new high, it's fine pullback, new high, but nothing special. So I'm not going to say go target 69, at least not right now, because we will eventually get there if our count is right. But I can't say, especially during the summer period, when that's going to happen. So it's much smarter for us to play safe and try to, if we want to trade, we want to trade something only that market is telling us. Dollar CAD, we covered it exactly where we wanted. Now, I'm still considering this as a potential triangle. The only thing I want you to worry about here, not to worry, but let's say to take into account here, is that this move in the wave E at the moment look more impulsive. So we more see a 5-leg move compared to what we need to see, and that's a 3-leg move. And just because of that, I would like to see, I would like to see something like this before market move down. So pull back, another push higher, and then a new low. I want it on my radar. Really, I want it on my radar. Maybe short term, I want to pay attention. Maybe this pullback, if we get a decent three leg move, like we are seeing in the, let's say, Aussie dollar, Euro dollar, dollar index, we can take a long position here as a day trade. Of course, we're talking as a day trade only. Dollar yen, doing exactly what we want. We took the flag out. We are moving higher. We didn't took that high at 149.18, but market is moving nicely. So this can be okay opportunity as a day trade to look for a pullback place here while using that low at 145.87 as your, let's say, stop loss invalidation, however you want to call it. But definitely looking for that 149, let's say 90 high is something I want to see. Of course, buying now, risking this to make this is not worth. Looking for a pullback and from there looking for a buy is fine. What we said the last time, we said instead of dollar yen, the better opportunity is the euro yen. And as you can see, it worked out pretty fine. I'm counting the wave 4 as a complete, and all we need to see is this part 173.34. That's all I cared about. Everything else is a waste of time. Market is making a pullback now. I don't see it as a potential trade right now just because the move from here just look as a one leg. So if we don't see a decent, let's say, three leg move, some sort of a flag, I'm not going to try to play anything here. Like for at the moment, I prefer focusing on, let's say, a dollar yen, just because we didn't took this high. So there is a better chance for the dollar yen to provide that trading opportunity that we are looking for compared to the euro yen. Gold moved lower, still looking the same. I believe now, like, we still need to focus on both views. Like, you know me, I always want to have all the plans available. When I say all the plans available, I don't mean that I want to overcomplicate anything. I more mean that I want to be prepared for all of the scenarios that market can present to us. Just because I don't want to come here, something happen, and I don't know what to do. So I just always want to be prepared. So at the moment, as you can see the entire picture, this looks like a decent triangle. Like a decent triangle, of course. Only a breakout above the D would suggest that the triangle is over and that we can see a push higher. That's the only thing. Like looking for the long now can only be some sort of a day trade. Going on the smaller time frames, waiting for that 5-3 setups is going to be best option if you ask me. And also keep in mind that the backup plan would be that we are still in the C, and that we are going to see something like this before market moves higher. For that to be true, we need to take the C. So short-term invalidation should be 324.7, and if that breaks, the next invalidation that you want to focus is going to be the end of wave A, so 312.1. So definitely both counts are still in play, but I believe that it's better time right now to start focusing on the goal, just because I don't want to miss it. So why not? Silver was great for us. I don't see a potential, let's say at least not right now, some sort of a long opportunity in silver, just because silver done exactly what we expected. And the move, let me just zoom in a little bit. And the move from here, so from the high at 39.50, looks how? Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, and looking like 5. So for silver, I would love to see that 5-leg move and then look for a 3-leg move pullback for a potential sell. But when I say sell, I only mean a short-term sell. Like the equal leg of that first 5-leg move, that would be ideal. Around here, I believe that this can be a good trading opportunity for this week. Also, this can be a good hedge for, let's say, a gold setup. So why not? Crypto didn't break the triangle right away. We said that this triangle could be a part of some sort of a B, and it seems like that was correct. So A, then you have a triangle in B and push in C. Since we are moving higher, I'm calling the wave for a complete, and will we hold above that 114,620, we can look for a long place towards the new highs. And a decent pullback can be a good opportunity for us here. So why not? Also, Ethereum, let's see, we are still considering this as a potential large wave B. Definitely it's still strong. I don't see it as a potential buy right now. There is more than a good chance that the short term we see some more bullish movements here, but I would rather wait. Like we said last time, Ethereum should be the trade of the year if everything plays out correctly, and if you see a pullback. I really believe that, let's say, if you return back to, let's say, 220, we should see a, or better to say, get a decent trading opportunity here. Everything else is just going to be a noise, guys. Okay, guys, I hope you like this session. The next one is going to be on Wednesday, same time. If you have any suggestion, write them in the comment section down below. You can use the site or YouTube, just because we have now 3 screens finally, so I can check everything out. Have the great rest of your day.